Hi, we're going to continue with our class. Let's get started. Okay, we are going to work on page 13. Remember, we started to work with simple past and time expressions. Okay. Yes, let's remember, check this grammar. Remember simple past and time expressions with regular verbs, positive. For example, Alexander traveled to Dubai. Negative, Alexander didn't travel to Dubai. Question, one example, why did he travel to Dubai? This is with a regular verbs. He took a photo. He didn't take a photo. Check the auxiliary and the verb in simple form. And why did he take a photo? Time expressions go at the end or at the beginning of sentences. For example, Alexander traveled to Dubai in May 2014. Or in May 2014, Alexander traveled to Dubai. If you can check, the pronunciation is so subtle. It's kind of difficult to understand, to appreciate the pronunciation, but you can, the time expressions can help us to understand that we are talking about a past. Well, we were working with grammar. We finished this exercise. Yes, this exercise, number 1. Then we are going to continue working. Yes, remember, they learned to speak Spanish in Colombia. Did you see Hannah yesterday? We took this photo from the top of that building. I didn't go to class last week. Did you enjoy the movie? How annoying. Elise didn't check her emails last night. Did Paula call you on Monday? I worked in a restaurant 5 years ago. Okay, this is the exercise. Then we are going to continue with next exercise, 2A. You are going to write a simple past question. We have these words. We are going to write simple past question. We have here the question word, the subject, the verb, and a time expression. So the number 1, what could be the question? The question is start with a question word. Why? The auxiliary in the past did you do yesterday? Why did you do yesterday? Would be the question. Next, number 2, we have your sister go on vacation with you last year. In this case, check the subject. We don't have a question word. So this question is going to start with the auxiliary for the past, did. Remember, it's the same. Did your subject, yours, sorry. Did your sister go on vacation with you last year? Did your sister go on vacation with you last year? In this case, this question, you are going to answer with yes or no. Yes, my sister, or she did, or no, she didn't. Next, we have this part number 3. When is a question word. You, the subject, finish the project. So in this case, we are going to start with the question word. When did you, the auxiliary, did you finish the project? Sorry. When did you finish the project? Okay. Number 4, we have you have a smartphone 10 years ago. In this case, we don't have a question word. So this question is going to start with the auxiliary did. Did you have a smartphone 10 years ago? Yes. Did you have a smartphone 10 years ago? In this case, for example, if somebody asked me this question, yes, I did. Number 5, when it's a question word, Mario, the subject, take the verb, the photo, the complement. So this part is going to start when. I don't know what's happened. When the auxiliary did Mario take the photo? When did Mario take the photo? And the last one, we have where, question word, be, the verb, you, subject, on Monday at 10 a.m. In this case, this question is going to start with the question word, where, where. In this case, we have the verb be. Remember, the past of this verb is where. Where were you on Monday at 10 a.m.? Yes, we have here this part. Okay, we are going to go to the next part, and we are going to match the answers A to F with questions 1 to 6. You can check these questions are the same as the previous exercise. So we are going to match with the number 1. For example, here, what did you do yesterday? What would be the answer? Yes, would be letter C. I went to a friend's house and watched a movie. We are going to put here number 1. Number 2, did your sister go on vacation with you last year? Yes, in this case is number letter E. No, she didn't. She stayed at home. Is the match. Yes. Question number 3. When did you finish the project? Would be the letter A. I finished it a few days ago. So in this case is here number 3. Okay. Question 4. Did you have a smartphone 10 years ago? Yes, I did. It was very expensive. Number 5. When did Mario take the photo? He took it last month when he was in Poland. Number 5. And the last one, where were you on Monday at 10 a.m.? I was in my car driving to work. Okay. So check here when you are making an exercise or when you are on exam. You can check here. These number 2 and number 4 are just no question. So if you can check here, 2 and 4, they answer yes or no. And that is one way when you can solve an exercise. Yes, and you can check this part. Yes. Well, we are going to continue with the number 3. Yes, we have here. You are going to choose the correct options to complete the sentences. In this case, we have here this part. We are going to start. We didn't take any photos, and you need to remember, on, in, or at the sun. Remember, we need to learn this part. In this case is, we didn't take any photos in the sun. We didn't take any photos in the sun. Number 2, I bought this phone a few years ago, a few years last, or a few years past. Remember, a few years ago. Okay. Number 3, we moved to a new apartment on it or in or at August. In August. Okay. Number 4, did you see Andres in town yesterday, last day, day ago? The time expression is yesterday. Did you see Andres in town yesterday? Number 5, the concert started in, on, or at 9 p.m. is at. Remember with time, we use at. Number 6, Monica and Julieta went to the movies in, at, on. Saturday is on Saturday. Number 7, did your college course finish in, on, at July 5th? It's on, with dates. And the number 8, they met in a cafe ago, last, or past night. Last night. We have this time expression with this part. Okay, we are going back to page 13. we are going to continue working with our exercises. Okay, we have this pronunciation exercise. Yes, we have here the pronunciation with ed endings. In this case, we have these endings. How ed endings are pronounced. Yes, we are going to try to identify. We use these symbols to name the sounds because in Spanish, we don't have these sounds. So we are going to listen.
1. People started using smartphones. 2. They opened a door. 3. Early cameras worked very slowly.
We are going to listen and you are going to repeat the sentence.
1. People started using smartphones.
Yes, people started using smartphones. Please repeat. And how do you, how this started sound? Sound like this. This kind of ending, ed ending sound. It's like this. With this we name like this. It started using smartphone. Next.
2. They opened a door.
They opened a door. Please repeat. And this sounds is like this, with this. And the last one.
3. Early cameras worked very slowly.
Early cameras worked very slowly. If you can check, it's like T. Please repeat. Okay. Let's go to the next exercise. Say how the ed ending sounds, ed ending of the verbs are pronounced, like T, like D, or ed. Well, we are going to listen.
Climbed. Decided. Experimented. Looked. Traveled. Watched.
We are going to listen again.
Climbed.
Climbed. Climbed. Please repeat. Climbed. In this case, sounds like D. Next.
Decided.
Decided. Please repeat. Like an ed. Next.
Experimented.
Experimented. Please repeat. Sound like id. Next.
Looked.
Looked. Please repeat. Like T. Next.
Traveled.
Traveled. Please repeat. Like D.
Watched.
Watched. Please repeat. Like D. Like this. Yes, well, we have this part. For example, here we have an exercise. We can do something like this. For example, it's a question. Why did you do in the summer? We can change. What did you do in the winter, for example? And it's this kind of question. I studied for my exams, but I got together with my friends too. Why did you do yesterday? Why did you do at 8 o'clock this morning? Why did you do last week? Why did you do 2 weeks ago? And you are going to try to answer this part. What did you do in 2015? It's a kind of example. Let's check this part. Choose the correct adjectives to complete the sentences. Check your answer in the text. Well, if you can remember, we can check the text. For example, number 1. That's why the final photo wasn't very excited or excited. Yes, check here the text. We need to check this part. Wasn't very excited. Check here. We are going to put yes. Number 2, this terrified or terrifying selfie is of Alexander Remnev from Russia. We can check the text. Yes, terrifying. Check here. Yes, terrifying. Okay. They said they were bored or bored. They were bored. And the last one, teenager Jack Sojourner was very excited or exciting when he saw Queen Elizabeth II. It was very exciting. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next part. Yes, check here. Look at the sentences 1 to 4 again and answer the questions. Well, we have here this question that is solved. Which adjectives describes people feelings? Yes. Which of these adjectives describes people feelings? In this case, it's exciting and frightened. We're going to put these words. People's feelings. Sorry. People's feelings is bored. And another adjective that describes people's feelings is excited. Excited. Which adjectives describe someone or something that causes a feeling? In this case, it's exciting. Yes. And terrifying. Okay. How many ed and ing adjectives can you find in the text? We can check the text. Yes, we have here ed and ing adjectives. We have here, for example, exciting. Here this part. Terrifying. Interested. Bored. Excited. Pleased. Annoyed. We have here. Well, let's go to practice some vocabulary. Ed and ing adjectives. We are going to try to identify which one are with this one. Look at the pictures and complete the sentences with ed or ing adjectives. Listen and check. We have here amazed and amazing. So in this case, we are going to use this part. The magic show we have here was amazing. Was amazing. We are going to put this part. The magic show was amazing. And another, I was amazed. The magician did some incredible tricks. Yes. Here, amazed. Okay. Next, relax and relaxing. Next, I had a really relaxing weekend. I felt so relaxed. I took a nap on Saturday afternoon. Yes, remember, a nap is when you sleep in general during the day and not much time. Nap. We have here a tired and tired. What a long day. Yes, I'm very tired. Now, it's tiring being a mother. It's tiring being a mother. We have here interested and interesting. Yes, so next, I'm interested in Romance history. in Roman history. And the next part, do you have any interesting books on the subject? Next part, yes, sorry, we have here, number 5. Bored, boring. Yes, the first part, the class was very boring. I was so bored. I fell asleep. That was a difficult situation. Yes. Next, number 6, embarrassing. Yes, the first part, yes, I was embarrassed. Sorry. Yes, I was embarrassed when the computer stopped working. I couldn't give my presentation. It was very embarrassing. Okay, next part, number 6. Annoyed, annoyed. Yes. The first part, I was annoyed. Yes. Because Joe was playing loud music. It's very annoying when people make a lot of noise. Next, disappointed, disappointed. Yes, the first part, I failed my driving test last week. I was really disappointed. The next part, it's disappointing, but I can take the test again. I'm going to put this in this part. Yes. Next, we have here this excited and excited. Yes, I got my ticket for the music festival. I'm so excited. It's always exciting to go to a live concert. I'm going to put this part. Okay. Yes. Next, terrified, terrifying. I don't like this. I'm terrified of heights. Yes, I didn't think cleaning windows would be so terrifying. Mhm. Imagine when you need to clean windows, during an earthquake, for example, in the in 2017 during the earthquake, the some people were cleaning windows or at Torre Mayor. Yes, that was a terrifying situation. Yes, we have here 11 confusing. These instructions are very confusing. And completely confused. I don't know what this means. We are going to put this part. And surprising. Anna received a surprising email this morning. Anna was really surprised when she read the email. Okay, so check this part. Surprised. We are going to listen.
One,
The magic show was amazing. I was amazed. The magician did some incredible tricks.
2, I had a really relaxing weekend. I felt so relaxed, I took a nap on Saturday afternoon. 3,
What a long day. I'm so tired now. It's tiring being a mother.
4,
I'm interested in Roman history. Do you have any interesting books on the subject?
5, the class was very boring this morning. I was so bored, I fell asleep. 6, I was embarrassed when the computer stopped working. I couldn't give my presentation. It was very embarrassing. 7,
I was annoyed because Joe was playing loud music. It's very annoying when people make a lot of noise.
8,
I failed my driving test last week. I was really disappointed. It's disappointing, but I can take the test again.
9,
I got my ticket for the music festival. I'm so excited. It's always exciting to go to a live concert.
10, I don't like this. I'm terrified of heights. I didn't think cleaning windows would be so terrifying. 11,
These instructions are very confusing. I'm completely confused. I don't know what this means.
12, Anna received a surprising email this morning. Anna was really surprised when she read the email.
Okay, so please remember when we feel like this, ED. And another is a way to talk about something something we are feeling. Well, we are going to solve the next exercise. Yes. You are going to choose the correct adjectives to complete the sentences. Yes, please remember this part. Number one, the class was really interested or interesting. Remember is, in this case, is interesting. And all of the students enjoy it. Next, number two, we were all surprised when we heard Katya's news. Yes, we are going to put surprise. Number three, the photos from the concert were really disappointing. Yes, that's right. Yes. Number four, are you excited about moving abroad next year? Are you excited? Yes. Remember, moving abroad is when you move to another country. Out of Mexico in this case. Number five, horror movies are terrifying. I never watched them. Yes. And number six, the exam questions were very confusing. I didn't understand them at all. Yes, number seven, I lost my phone, so I couldn't take any photos. It was very annoying. And the last one, I was very embarrassed when I arrived late. Okay. Please remember, how do we use this kind of adjectives? We are going to go back to the page 13. Well, we are going to continue with this part, exercise 7A. Complete the questions with the simple past of verbs in parentheses. Yes, for example, here we have here, when was the last time you felt? Yes, remember the past of feel is felt. When was the last time you felt embarrassed? Yes, try to remember. Yes. Next, when was the last time you? Yes, in this case, where? Were terrified. I don't know, maybe when you saw horror movies. I don't know, when you almost had an accident. Yes. Number three, when was the last time when you did something tired? I don't know, maybe when you, I don't know, clean your house, or, I don't know, walk a lot. Yes. When was the last time you, in this case, this verb, remember ate? It ate. Something interesting. I don't know, maybe when you try, when you eat a box, I don't know. Yes, when was the last time you received some surprising news? And the last one, when was the last time you got annoyed? When with your best friend. Yes, please try to think about anything when you feel like this. For example, here, think about a selfie or photo you took. Ask and answer this question. When did you take the photo? Yes. Where were you? The place. What did you do? Why did you take the photo? How did you feel? Did you send the photo to anyone? For example, here we can ask, did you share the photo on Facebook? We don't know. In this case, check this picture. I think this is a terrifying situation. Yes, like this. Well, yes, we check here this part. Write down 3 important dates, then write sentences explaining what happened and what they are important. I don't know, maybe when you got married, yes, when you finish school, yes, when you got your first job. Think about this part. Yes, so we are going to continue with the next page. This case, let me run down. Say match. Yes. Well, here we have here. Check this part. Party like it's 1829. We have here. Describe the picture of a party. Discuss the question in person. Why do people have parties? Why? Why do you think? Generally, it's because people want to get fun. Yes, because they have a lot of friends and they want to have fun together. What do you usually do when you go to a party? I don't know, maybe you dance a lot, you drink a lot, you eat a lot, I don't know. Do you prefer to organize parties or to be a guest? What's the worst things about parties? I think cleaning after the party. Yes, and when you need to deal with people who is wrong. Yes, I think these are the difficult things about parties. Yes. In this case, we have here this suggestion, approaching a text. Before you read a text, read it as much information as you can. Read the title of the text. Can you guess what it means? Look at the picture. What people, places, and things do they show? Read the headings of the different sections. What do you think they are about? Yes, we have here. We are going to check the part of the reading. Check this part. Party like a president. We have here Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson was president of the United States from 1829 to 1837. He was the first president from the Democratic Party and a very popular politician. But he's also famous for some surprising events that took place at the White House. The pictures below show two memorable parties held there when Jackson was president. Check here, we have the White House, Andrew Jackson. Check here. The party like a president, the 1829 celebration on March 4th, 1829. When Jackson became president, he invited his supporters to visit the White House, and thousands of people followed him to his new home. At first, the crowd waited in the gardens, but they were very excited and soon pushed their way inside. After that, the party go out of control. People stood on tables and chairs, check here, broke glasses, and some even fell down and hurt themselves. Jackson escaped through a window and went to a nearby hotel. But his staff stayed because they were worried about the building. In the end, they put lots of food on tables in the gardens, and the hungry guests followed them outside to eat the food. The White House was safe for the moment. Yes, I think the problem is that there were a lot of people. Yes, that was the problem. Yes, and next. Yes, party like a president. The last party, 1837. 8 years later, a farmer gave the president an enormous cheese, which weighed over 600 kilograms. Jackson didn't know what to do with it. He couldn't eat it himself, but then he had an idea. He decided to have another party to celebrate the end of his presidency. In February 1837, thousands of guests arrived and started to eat the only thing on the menu, the cheese. After just 2 hours, he checked it and it was gone. Everyone was very happy. Sorry. Was very happy, but the expensive carpets in the new White House were covered with smelly cheese. This time, Jackson wasn't worried about the mess. He left the White House 2 weeks later, and the next president, Martin Van Buren, was very annoyed because the building still smelled of cheese. How about this? Yes, in this case, I think this kind of things of experiences happen at that time. I think nowadays this kind of situation can be possible. Yes, because of the time. Yes, check this part and try to predict the answers. Yes, who was Andrew Jackson? Can you remember? Who was Andrew Jackson? Yes, he was the president of the United States from 1829 to 1837. Yes, 2 periods. Yes. Where did he live? He lived in the White House. Yes. What did the guests do at the 1829 party? Yes, if you can remember, the guests got out of control. They stood on tables and chairs, and some even fell and hurt themselves. What did the guests do at the 1837 party? Yes, the guests helped the president eat the enormous cheese a farmer had given him. Yes, check this part. Remember this part. Andrew Jackson. Yes, we are going to put if the numbers 1829 party, 1837 party, or both. Yes. So check here, this part. There was food at the party. Both. We are going to put this part. Next, some guests caused damage. Kind of be like both, because in the 1837, they dropped a smelly cheese on the carpet. Yes, yes, could be. We are going to put this in this cause damage. Even kind of both, but more damage in the first one. All the guests has had a good time. Yes, in this case is the second, 1837. Jackson didn't stay until the end. Remember, the 1829. Jackson received a strange present. 1837. And the guest ate in the gardens is the first one. 1829. Yes, check here this part. Were you surprised by the text? Were you surprised by the text? Yes or no? I think we were surprised by the text because, for example, for me, I didn't know that this kind of thing happened at the White House. How would a party at the White House be different today? I think it's also different because at the White House, they have a lot of security. You need an invitation. Yes, and they invited only special people. Yes. What kind of person was Andrew Jackson? Well, I think he was, he likes parties. He liked parties. And he enjoyed being with other people. Would you like to go to a party like one of Andrew Jackson? I don't know, maybe. Yes, especially when if I don't have to clean after the party. Yes, because I think this happened when you have a party. Yes. Check this part. Complete the sentences with the words in the box. Then we're going to check the answers. So we have here after that, later, and then. They soon push their way inside. The party go out of control. And yes, so in this case, after that. After that, the party go out of control. 8 years later, a farmer gave the president an enormous cheese. Jackson didn't know what to do with it. He couldn't eat it himself, but he But then, yes, he had an idea. After just 2 hours, he checked and it was gone. Check this part. We are going to check. After that, check this part. The party go out of control. Check the next part. 8 years later. Yes, let's check this part. A farmer gave Jackson didn't know. He couldn't eat himself. But then he had an idea. After just 2 hours, he checked and it was gone. Okay. Yes. We have here sequencers. To say one action happened after another. For example, I went to the gym and then I went home. I went to the gym. After that, I went home. To say one action happened after a period of time. 2 hours later, I cooked dinner. After 2 hours, I cooked dinner. We have here. Then, after that, later, and after. Check we have here. Check this part. Talk about an important party or celebration you went to. What was the party of celebration? I don't know, maybe when you got married or when you finished school. How many guests were there? How many guests? How many people? What did you eat and drink? What did you do? Did you have a good time? Were there any problems? Well, we are going to check this part. Choose one of the parties from the text. Write a summary of what happened. Okay, we are going to go to the next part. Question 4, life stages. Behind the camera. We have here. For example, we are going to order the stages from 1 to 8. Birth and death. We are going to match these parts. Yes. What would be the first one? The first one would be born. Be born. Next, with this part, would be finish school. Next, go to college. Finish school, we're referring with high school. Yes, elementary and then high school. Yes, go to college. Then start a career. Get engaged is when you decided to get married. Next, get married. Yes, next, have children. And the last one, die. Yes, in general, for example, because some people decided to have children without getting married. Well, we are going to Go to vocabulary. And we have here this part, life stages. Yes, we have here this part. Be born. And what would be this part? From this is go to elementary school. I don't have enough space, so we are going to put the leave like this. Go to elementary school. Next, check here this arrow. Grow up. This part, grow up. Next, in this case, check here. Go to high school. Next here, in this case, is get your driver's license. Sorry, finish school. Finish school in this part. Finish school. And then, yes. Number 6, get your driver's license. Number 7, graduate from college. Number 8, start a career. Yes. Number 9, fall in love. 10, get engaged. 11, get married. Check how to write. Get married. 12, check here. Have children. Yes. 13, check here. Get a divorce. 14, retired. And 15, die. We are going to listen.
1,
Be born.
2,
Go to elementary school.
3,
Grow up.
4,
Go to middle school.
5,
Finish school.
6,
Get your driver's license.
7,
Graduate from college or high school.
8,
Start a career.
9,
Fall in love.
10,
Get engaged.
11,
Get married.
12,
Have children.
13,
Get a divorce.
14,
Retire.
15.
Die.
And these are life stages. Yes, so we are going to finish this exercise. Match the 2 columns to make sentences. Yes, so we are going to match with this part. Yes, number 1. My grandmother was born. Would be this part, letter E, on April 14, 1961. We are going to put she grew up on a farm in Kentucky. She went to elementary school. Yes, check here, letter G, when she was 5. Okay. She finished school when she was 18 in 1961. Yes, she went to college to study medicine. J. She started her career as a doctor in a hospital. I. There she met my grandfather, also a doctor. They got married in 1966 after getting engaged. Letter F. They had 2 children. It would be my mother and my uncle. Letter D. And my grandmother retired at the age of 65. Letter B. Okay. We are going to go back to the page. Check this part. Sorry, I think I forget something. Yes, I forget something. Complete the text with the correct form of the life stage verbs. My parents work in lots of different countries, so I grew up. I grew up with my grandparents in Miami. Luca to his girlfriend last week. The wedding is in May of next year. So Luca got engaged. Next, I want to, in the summer, then I can drive to college every day. I want to get my driver's license. Yes. Sandra's parents here 10 years ago, but they are still friends and see each other often. Yes, so got a divorce. And Raul works in that hospital. He almost says almost 30 babies are born there every day. So we can go back to the next Next page. Yes. We have here behind the cameras. Is read the radio guide about Mario Testino. What is his job? Why is he famous? Mario Testino is one of the greatest photographers of our time. His photos of famous actors and musicians, royal families, and supermodels are known all over the world. But what do we know about the person behind the camera? On today's program's host, Andrew Stewart discusses Testino life and work with fashion editor Sarah Metz. We are going to check this part. We are going to listen.
Good morning and welcome to Behind the Camera with me, Andrew Stewart. My guest this morning is fashion editor Sarah Mendez, and we're discussing the life and work of Mario Testino. So, Sarah, tell me a little about Mario's life. Where is he from?
Well, he was born in Peru in 1954 and was the oldest of 6 children. He grew up in Lima and went to an American school there. His father was Italian and a businessman. He often took the teenage Mario on business trips to New York to translate for him. But instead, Mario went shopping for clothes.
What did he do after he finished high school?
He went to college in Peru and in the US, and then, in 1976, he moved to London to study photography. He didn't have much money, so he worked as a waiter in the evenings and lived on a floor of an old hospital.
Really? And how did his career start?
At first, he photographed some of the waiters and waitresses from the restaurant where he worked, since many of them wanted to be models and actors. Then the fashion magazine Vogue used one of his photographs, and he started to work for them. But it wasn't until the 1990s that he became really famous.
And how did that happen? Who did he work with?
Well, in 1995, he photographed Madonna for the fashion company Versace, and that made him a big star. Then, in 1997, Princess Diana asked him to take some photographs of her. Sadly, Diana died later that year, but those photos became incredibly famous and were seen all over the world.
I see. So, what is he doing today? Does he still live in London?
Yes, he has a house in London, but he spends a lot of time traveling now. In 2012, he opened a gallery in his hometown of Lima, which has shows of his own work and other Peruvian artists. So maybe this is Mario coming back home.
Thanks, Sarah. We're going to talk more about Mario later. But first, some music. This is by another of Testino's subjects. It's Taylor Swift and 22.
Okay, we are going to listen again. Here is the script.
Good morning and welcome to Behind the Camera with me, Andrew Stewart. My guest this morning is fashion editor Sarah Mendez, and we're discussing the life and work of Mario Testino. So, Sarah, tell me a little about Mario's life. Where is he from?
Well, he was born in Peru in 1954 and was the oldest of 6 children. He grew up in Lima and went to an American school there. His father was Italian and a businessman. He often took the teenage Mario on business trips to New York to translate for him. But instead, Mario went shopping for clothes.
What did he do after he finished high school?
He went to college in Peru and in the US, and then, in 1976, he moved to London to study photography. He didn't have much money, So he worked as a waiter in the evenings and lived on a floor of an old hospital.
Really? And how did his career start?
At first, he photographed some of the waiters and waitresses from the restaurant where he worked, since many of them wanted to be models and actors. Then the fashion magazine Vogue used one of his photographs, and he started to work for them. But it wasn't until the 1990s that he became really famous.
And how did that happen? Who did he work with?
Well, in 1995, he photographed Madonna for the fashion company Versace, and that made him a big star. Then, in 1997, Princess Diana asked him to take some photographs of her. Sadly, Diana died later that year, but those photos became incredibly famous and were seen all over the world.
I see. So, what is he doing today? Does he still live in London?
Yes, he has a house in London, but he spends a lot of time traveling now. In 2012, he opened a gallery in his hometown of Lima, which has shows of his own work and other Peruvian artists. So maybe this is Mario coming back home.
Thanks, Sarah. We're going to talk more about Mario later. But first, some music. This is by another of Testino's subjects. It's Taylor Swift and 22.
Okay, so please try to get the general idea. Try not to worry about to understand all the words, word by word, try not to worry. Check here, yes, they are talking about Mario Testino. Yes, it's Sarah Mendes is the person who is talking about him. Yes, and check here, he was born in Peru in 1954 and was the oldest of the 6 children. He grew up in Lima and went to an American school there. Yes, his father was Italian, that was the last name, Testino, and he often took the teenage Mario on business trips to New York to translate for him. But instead, Mario went shopping for clothes. Yes, remember this part? He went to college in Peru and then the US. And then in 1976, he moved to London to study photography. He didn't have much money, so he worked as a waiter in the evenings and lived on the floor of an old hospital. Remember, London is a very expensive city. And how did his career start? Yes, he photographed some of the waiters and waitresses from the restaurant where he worked, since many of them wanted to be models of actors. Then the fashion magazine Vogue used one of his photographs, and he started to work for them. But it wasn't until the 1990s that he became really famous. Yes, because in 1995, he photographed Madonna for the fashion company Versace, and that made him a big star. Then he took some photographs of Princess Diana. Yes, Diana died later that year, so those photos became incredibly famous and were seen all over the world. Yes, Mario is still living in London, but he spends a lot of time traveling now. In 2012, he opened a gallery in his hometown of Lima. Yes, with a house show of his own work and other Peruvian artists. So maybe this is Mario coming back home. Yes, well, we are going to stop here. It's time. Thank you for being here. See you next class. Have a nice night. Thank you. Bye.